Our next game, this was the surprise of the week to me, Chris.
Yeah.
The Steelers beating the Colts 27-20. This game actually felt much further away than the score reflected. The Steelers' defense is the story of the game. They had 6 takeaways and 5 sacks. The Colts had 4 total turnovers in the first 8 games.
Right.
So this was completely unlike anything we've seen from them. Daniel Jones, a career-high 5 turnovers. He had the 3 picks and the 2 fumbles lost. This was the most takeaways in a single game for the Steelers since 2010.
Yeah, those defenses in 2009, 10, 11, they were special defenses.
James Harrison
Holy
specials,
crap.
yeah.
They were scary getting ready for that group. But that's what we expected the Steelers to look like this year. I mean, again, I never thought they were going to be a top 5 defense in football, but I thought, hey, Aaron Rodgers will come. They'll be efficient on offense. He'll hit the open receivers, and their defense will be good and make plays like we always see kind of Pittsburgh do. But that was the first game this year we've kind of seen that. The 2 edge guys who are the guys that I look at to go, no, you guys got to make the big plays in the big moments. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, even Nick Herbig behind him. Those are the guys that got to show up. Those are the guys that, at least to me, when I look at their defense, go, they can go above and beyond the playbook, right? That's the big thing. And they popped out in a big way yesterday. Also, I had said this in the viewing room earlier in the day, right? I was kind of like, I think, I know some people in football, and I know a bunch of people in Pittsburgh, and I was texting with one of them during the week. And not that they told me the game plan, but I got the sense they were going to change it up on defense. And I told the room that yesterday. I was like, I think Pittsburgh's going to play a little different. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Right.
I'm not trying to ask somebody their game plan, right? But they're going to change a little bit in their approach. That was what I was led to believe. And what it was in the game is they played zone the whole game. They played zone 70% of the snaps or something like that, right?
70%.
Season high. Right. And I think that was their changeup. They said, wait, why are we putting some of these guys on islands that are just not island corners anymore? So you do that. You play an offense that's got 90 million guys going different ways. What's zone defense do? Helps you keep your eyes on everything. Now, your back's not turned covering Tyler Warren or somebody like that, right? So you can see everything in front of you. Also within that, when you play zone defenses a lot of the time, hey, Daniel Jones, hey, Seth Hutt, he drops back. Oh, wait, what coverage is this? Hold on. He pats the ball one extra time. Oh, man, TJ Watt just knocked me out, right? That's what playing zone can do to you, too. Instead of the week before where Jordan Love's like, wait, I'm about to get hit. Oh, wait, I have a one-on-one. Let me just throw it up. Tucker Kraft catches it and then runs 60 yards. Or Christian Watson catches it, right? And the free safety's not deep enough and the other guy's getting beaten man-to-man coverage. So I think that approach was brilliant. They need to do that. They don't have the cover guys to play man-to-man 60% of the time. And that I think was the first thing that jumped out to me about the football game. And then the Colts doing some things that we just haven't seen them do
Making
this year.
mistakes.
Right.
They just really haven't made mistakes this year until yesterday.
You're not going to look at the Steelers' offense. I'm still going to sit here and go, that's got to be better.
Right.
I mean, again, we were the turnover ratio at one point was like 5-0, and it was like, wait, the Colts are driving at 17-7, right? Even with 5 turnovers, you're like, oh, they're driving. Like it doesn't matter. They're moving the ball. And then I believe that was the Alex Highsmith strip sack maybe, and then they go down and make the game 24-7, and that's where it got a little out of hand as far as the score is concerned. But the game felt perfectly for Pittsburgh. Almost like I'm going to say with Buffalo is, I like where they're going, but am I sold it's all fixed? No, I'd like to see another game. I mean, it's 7-0 Colts. They go right down the field. Then Josh Downs drops the punt, or the punt hits him, right? And I know the Steelers didn't score on this next drive. They got stopped on the 4th and goal. I get that. But it still was a big play and a big moment for me as far as momentum was concerned, because it was a little bit like, whoa, the Colts went down the field easy. They made another stop. Aaron Rodgers and them are off the field again, and it looks like they're going to get the ball and get going. And that kind of just disrupted the flow of the football game a little bit. And then, of course, we saw the defense start to make some plays.
It really was more of the same for the Steelers offense. Rodgers, 5.6 yards per attempt.
Right.
His average time to throw, 2.33 seconds. They're not going to probably change who they are in that aspect, Chris. It's just that it's balls out real quick game. I just think if you're going to play that way, it feels like they need one more playmaker on this offense. It's very hard to live this way against. And they beat the Colts. Like, credit to an amazing defensive performance.
Yep, I hear you.
But the story with the Steelers is, can they win a playoff game this year?
Yes.
It's like they need one more guy in that offense.
I don't disagree. I mean, I don't disagree. I'll be interested to see if they make that aggressive type move.
Right.
They've done some things this year in the offseason. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, more years of guaranteed money for TJ Watt and his contract, where those aren't normal Steelers things.
Right. Cam Hayward, I think, got more money
Cam Hayward,
again.
a little more sprinkle on the pot that way. So, yeah, will they do something? I'll be interested as well. They're a playoff caliber team, right? But, yeah, the defense has got to look the way it did yesterday. And I know Rodgers and that's going to be efficient, but, like, to your point, it's hard work all the time to play that way.
Feels that way.
It is hard work. And you heard me say it last week. I mean, somebody tell me the last time you saw Aaron Rodgers drop back and throw a deep in cut on rhythm, or everything is here, here, here. Oh, I scrambled a little or a bootleg. Boom, I did that. There's not a lot of in the pocket, work the middle of the field type of passes in their offense. So it's just hard to survive that way. But their defense did a lot of good things yesterday, and, I mean, damn, all those turnovers, I don't care who you are, you got a good chance to win when you cause 6 turnovers.
How about this take from KGemma89? The case for JT as MVP is made in that game. For those wanting to give Daniel Jones MVP votes, the Steelers took away JT and put the game on Daniel Jones and stopped putting their old DBs on an island.
Yeah, there's a lot to it there. There's no doubt. They did not let Jonathan Taylor get going, and, of course, them getting the lead, it hurt that even more, because then I think, Indianapolis felt the urgency to let's drop back and throw the ball and do stuff like that. I hear you there. And one of the other great underlying things of the football game, too, the Steelers did a great job of getting their hands up and tipping passes. There was a number of times where when you play some of these great offenses, you can't stop everything. You can't. And this is one of those offenses that's kind of like that, to where you go, wait, sometimes they're so creative and they get people open so quickly 5 and 6 yards down the middle of the field. The only way to stop it is either you better have some unreal cover corners, or D linemen got to get their hands up. Right. And that seemed like it was on the radar of the Steelers from the get-go yesterday in the football game. There was even a play, a 1 point, Daniel Jones had a few balls batted where I went, ooh, that would have been complete. That might have been a big play, but the Steelers were able to do that and disrupt everything. Yo, thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.